Deep uncertainty, so the time that we're living in right now, produces two kinds of organizations. They're what I call Pathfinders and bystanders. So Pathfinder companies share a few characteristics in common. So again, as I go through these, I want you to be thinking very objectively, if you can, about yourselves and your organizations. Pathfinder companies have a strategic foresight process of some kind of process. They have some shared lexicons, they have shared frameworks. They're not buying other companies' research and using it, here and there. They're not occasionally doing trends exercises or scenario modeling. There's a process, there's a plan, there's a shared lexicon. Second, they are open to alternative versions of the future, which means that they are constantly taking all of the new signal data that they're getting in from that strategic foresight process, and they're recalibrating. They're thinking through their immediate, mid, and longer term plans and tweaking it as they are getting new information. And this doesn't happen every 5 years or once a year through a giant planning process. They actually do this all the time, every day. Pathfinder companies confront uncertainty not with their gut, not with intuition. They do it using data, using quantitative and qualitative data. This is not the same thing as market research. Market research is super important, obviously. This is a different flavor of that. So they are looking at emerging signals of change. They are measuring those signals, and they're again, relying on quantitative and qualitative data, not just focus groups. They are intentionally looking at adjacent areas of disruption. They're not just focused on their own industry and immediate competitors. They're actually looking pretty far outside. They actually go way up to the edge of plausibility to see what might be changing around them and what they can learn. And finally, they are willing to be flexible, to recalibrate their strategy. And recalibration isn't a bad thing. Recalibration is simply a signal, a sign that the executive leadership team is constantly preparing for what's next.